this 2016 Mercedes-Benz GL-Class review looks familiar, it's because actually the car is a facelift of the 2013 GL-Class. Late in 2014 the firm decided to change the way it names its cars, and as a result its largest SUV was rebadged. The S signifies that this model sits alongside this class at the pinnacle of the lineup, above GLA, GLC and GLE models. Its a rival to large 7-seat 4x4 such as the Range Rover Sport, Volvo XC90 and Audi Q7. With that in mind, it's comfortable, spacious and easy to drive, all traits that'll appeal to the sort of buyer who usually goes for cars like this, wealthy folk after their new family car for the school run. It'll cut it on the rough stuff too, though. One engine, one gearbox, all-wheel drive. There's just the one engine option coming to the UK, called the GLS 350d 4MATIC, but there's also a monster performance version called the Mercedes-AMG GLS 63 4MATIC. If you're wondering, the 4MATIC bit means all models get permanent all-wheel drive. It's a capable car off the road as well as on. Other standard features which help in this respect include the Airmatic air suspension, which means you can adjust the ride height for more ground clearance. The firm's Dynamic Select system comes as standard, offering various driving modes, all selected using the rotary control behind the gear lever. Another capable off-road Mercedes. Pay for the off-road package if you want the ultimate in turn tackling talent, though. It features an Off-Road Plus mode for the Dynamic Select system along with a lock-in center differential and lower-range gearbox, real hardcore off-roading kit. 2 trims, loads of kit. There are 2 trim levels to choose from. And of course there's a vast array of options to further personalize your car. Many interior themes are non-cost options, though, so you've got the freedom to tweak your car to your liking without having to spend the earth. We doubt you'll see many identical GLSs on the road. There's an 8-inch screen in the center console which features a touchpad for controlling the standard command online infotainment system, both working faultlessly during our short initial test drive in Austria. We found the seats to be amazingly comfortable, and fit and finish in the cabin feels very impressive indeed. It's very similar in design to the old GL-Class with a couple of modern tweaks, but still feels like a premium proposition. And given the build quality on show here, we suspect the GLS will prove to be one tough customer in terms of reliability and safety performance. We didn't notice many issues with the old GL, and have no reason to suspect some now. Read on for a full appraisal of the Mercedes-Benz GL-Class. One engine, one gearbox, easy to drive. There's just the one engine on offer here. It's a 3-liter V6 diesel with 255 bhp and a massive 620 Nm of torque on offer between 1,600 and 2,400 revolutions per minute. As you'd expect from an engine with that amount of power, it pulls incredibly well throughout the rev range. It can sound a little gruff when you really wring its neck, but let's be honest, not many people are going to drive this car very quickly. If that's your thing, better check out the Mercedes-AMG GLS-63 we're reviewing soon instead. This GLS 350d will cover 062 miles per hour in 7.8 seconds and go on to a top speed of 138 miles per hour, which is very sprightly considering the car weighs a whisker short of 2 tons. It's also the reason it'll pull a brake trailer weighing up to 3,500 kilograms, making it one of the most capable cars on sale in this respect. On the road the GLS is an easy car to drive. The engine is coupled with a 9-speed twin-clutch automatic gearbox which has been tweaked to provide a smoother shift action than on the outgoing GL-Class. It certainly worked well on our initial test drive over in Austria, with the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, meaning you've got the option to take over the changing of gears if you feel the need. We found the gear changes themselves to be impressive. We've noticed in some other Mercedes-Benz vehicles that the 9-speed can get a little confused, but in this application it always had the right gear for the job. It promises greater efficiency too, but we cover that in the running costs section of this review. You're able to tweak how the engine and gearbox respond by adjusting the rotary Dynamic Select control behind the gear lever. Options include comfort, sport, off-road and slippery, all featuring slightly different throttle response and gearbox mapping to suit the selected mode. Airmatic air suspension allows faster cornering, optional active curve control and off-road package. The first thing to be aware of here is that this is a large and relatively heavy car, so its cornering abilities are hampered somewhat by the sheer mass of the thing. Still, we were surprised at both the agility and body control exhibited by a car like this. It feels incredibly solid and assured, offering levels of confidence far beyond the GLS's common remit of urban school running. We found the steering to be well weighted and accurate. It won't please the keenest of drivers with its feedback, but again, this is a 7-seat SUV. The AMG version will be better in this respect, anyway. Every GLS comes with airmatic air suspension as standard, which allows for sport and comfort modes using the dynamic select control and also variable ride heights, which means it's possible to drive through water of a depth of up to 600 mm if you're at the maximum ground clearance of 306 mm. Optional GLS chassis kit optionally available at the base level and standard on Designo line. The active curve system is an active roll stabilization system which keeps the car flat and composed through faster cornering. It does this using some clever adaptable anti-roll bars in a similar way to the S-Class saloon. The other optional pack worth mentioning here is the off-road package, which nets you a differential lock and low-range gearbox to help tackle rough terrain. There are also 3 additional ride heights for the suspension along with an off-road plus mode for the dynamic select system. We tested cars with this package on snow, and found an amazingly capable machine offering almost physics-defying levels of grip and traction control. It's a similar story to the old GL-Class here, but with a few subtle differences to bring the GL-Class right up to date. A new instrument panel sits on the dash, while there's a modified center console housing the touchpad for the infotainment system. A different 3-spoke steering wheel also makes its way into the cabin. New air suspension works well. Fantastic seats. Standard glass sunroof with airmatic air suspension as standard. Mercedes-Benz GL-Class comfort levels are understandably very high. It's a big, soft, comfortable car with loads of cabin space in every direction. We found the leather seats to be particularly impressive, and highly adjustable to find a good driving position, though the top-quality pillow-type headrests found in this class were conspicuous by their absence. The front seats do feature a memory function, which means you can ask the car to recall a preset driving position at the touch of a button. Front and second row seats are heated too. Second and third row passengers get loads of room, and it's even possible for a 6-foot-tall passenger to sit in relative comfort in the 2 rearmost seats, which fold electronically in the boot when you don't need them. The middle row folds up electronically too, which makes access to the rear easier. The GLS seems better than most other cars we're driven in this respect, making it a true 7-seater. The standard panoramic glass sunroof is a nice touch too. It lets a lot of light into the cabin, making it somehow feel even bigger than it is. 2 trims. Well-equipped long options list. There are only 2 trim levels coming to the UK, AMG line and Designo line, and of course, an impressive array of optional extras on offer to further personalize your GLS. Standard Mercedes-Benz GL-Class equipment. All GLSs get 21-inch alloys, the 8-inch screen in the dash along with a touchpad and rotary control to use the Command Online multimedia system. There are LED headlights with automatic high beams, leather upholstery, front seats with memory function, a Harman Kardon surround sound system, the panoramic electric sunroof and Ford-zone climate control. The airmatic air suspension is standard too, along with a parking package featuring automatic parking and a 360-degree camera. Safety systems on board include blind spot and lane keeping assist and keyless entry and ignition. Designo line cars get plusher Nappa leather including diamond stitching, heated and cooled front seats, temperature-controlled cup holders, a heated steering wheel, climate control for the rearmost seats and even an interior air ionization system which purifies air coming into the cabin. Active curve control is standard on Designo line models too. The interior features several no-cost personalization options too, with 5 leather upholstery colors in AMG line trim or 2 Nappa leather options in Designo line. There are also 4 wood trims or aluminum at no extra cost to you. AMG line cars also come with different front and rear bumpers along with illuminated running boards. There's a host of driver assistance systems on board too, including adaptive cruise control, automatic braking, collision prevention and preparation systems, and crosswind assist, which prevents the car being blown off course by errant gusts. Optional Mercedes-Benz GL-Class equipment. There are myriad options on offer to make your GLS your own. Notable ones include the off-road package reviewed in the handling section, piano black and carbon fiber interior trims, a powered retractable tow bar, and a number of interior and exterior finishes. Not tested by NCAP. Loads of kit on offer. While it hasn't been crash-tested by Euro NCAP, we're expecting Mercedes-Benz GLS safety levels to be very high indeed. There's a huge amount of kit on offer aiming to keep drivers, passengers and pedestrians safe, and there's even more available at extra cost. Highlights from the standard kit list include Fullsize airbags, window bags above all 3 seat rows, crosswind assist which protects against gusts, pre-safe crash preparation, stability control and attention assist, which detects if the driver is drowsy. Optional safety equipment includes adaptive cruise control, active blind spot assist and active lane keeping assist. You can also have an LED intelligent light system which adjusts to the conditions for country lanes, motorways and pulling out of junctions by bending their beam, and even Magic Vision Control, which is a set of heated windscreen wipers. Nothing changed. Still gargantuan. Nothing has changed here, so Mercedes-Benz GL-Class practicality is as excellent as the old GL-Class. With all 7 seats in place, the boot will carry 295 liters. Fold those 2 rears down and 680 liters of luggage room are unlocked, and fold the 5 rears away together for a maximum boot capacity of 2,300 liters. In that configuration you'll also be able to fit loads of up to 2,124 mm long, while maximum payload capacity is 815 kilograms. The standard 360-degree camera and automatic parking systems help getting the GLS into a space, which is good, because its footprint is absolutely huge.